Hi, I'm Holly Kovo from Fitting Fitness In. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition specialist, and welcome to Get Healthy with Holly. Today we're going to start in the kitchen, a little bit different, and today we're going to make a kale salad. Now this kale salad is yummy. I made it the other night for my family, and I'm really excited because this kale was picked from our garden this morning. My husband Steve went out and picked this kale for me, so it couldn't be any fresher than that. And this salad has a lot of protein in it, so you can eat it just as this salad, or I made it the other night with a little sauteed shrimp on the side. You could do grilled chicken on the side. You could do some plant-based burger or something else for another source of protein. And I also did some strawberries and mangoes on the side. So that was a great dinner. And you're going to benefit from this nice kale salad. So we start with 4 cups of chopped kale. Now let me give you a Holly's helpful hint. This tool right here is a lifesaver. This is great for anything that you grow in the garden that has a stem. This is how I get my herbs off on these little holes, and then I will use these for the kale. So let me just show you what I did to get the kale off of the stem. I just pull it like this, and it comes right off of the stem, and there you have the kale. Let me show you one more time. I love this tool. I got it at Kitchen Outfitters here in Acton, and all the way off, just all the way off, and then you have the stems. It's a wonderful tool. I might as well chop it up a little bit and put it in there. We'll have just a little bit more than 4 cups, but totally fresh. So that's a handy dandy tool. We will use that. So we have 4 cups of chopped kale. I have a whole avocado diced. I have a half a cup of cooked quinoa, and I just use white quinoa. You can use red and white. A half a cup of pomegranate Ariels. Now, I bought these frozen in a nice package. Love it. So easy. So I just took my half a cup out and I let them defrost. This is a half a cup of pecans. This is a 1/4 cup of goat cheese. And this is a tablespoon of sugar, which I'm going to use in the dressing. We're also going to use vinegar, apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup, and a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And we're going to use some freshly squeezed lemon, but we're also going to zest that lemon. And I have to tell you, here's my handy dandy zester, again, purchased at Acton Kitchen Outfitters. I love adding lemon zest to a recipe because it is so delicious and so flavorful. So all you do is you just rub all the way so you get that lemon zest. So I'm going to do the zest of a whole lemon. And I just go from one tip to the other, making sure I get all the dark yellow off. Now, there is danger with this zester. You don't want to get your finger because you can zest your skin right off your finger. I can tell you that for a fact because I have done it in the past, so I'm very careful now how I do my zesting. But oh, that smells so good. And it will add so much to the recipe. Now, zest it before you cut it and juice it because it is a lot easier when you have the whole lemon to zest. Oh, I missed a piece there. Look at how much zest is coming off of this lemon. And it smells great. Whew. It's a nice air freshener. Almost there. There we go. Whoops. And just take a little bit out of there. Want to get every last bit. of that lemon zest. Okay, now we're gonna cut the lemon in half and juice it, because I need 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And it's always best to use a fresh squeezed lemon. I mean, you can get one of those little fake plastic lemons with lemon juice in the grocery store, but fresh squeezed makes all the difference. Okay, so we're going to do 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Here we go. There's 1. Try not to get the pits. 2, because that would be the pits. Oops. I got a pit. And let's get that pit out. There we go, that's 3. Today we're gonna make the dressing first, because then it needs to sit and marinate a little bit. So we're gonna start with a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I like using the extra virgin olive oil. It's cold extracted. Steve and I took a little tour in Providence of Italian district, and we had a olive oil lesson. So here is a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And we are also going to have a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. We'll mix it because this is raw and unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Here we go. There's our oil and vinegar. And then we mix in our 3 tablespoons of the fresh lemon juice and the zest. And the last ingredient, yes, a tablespoon of sugar to make it a little bit sweeter. And whisk it and mix it nicely. It smells good. So now we're going to mix the rest of the salad. So we're going to take the kale and we're going to put the avocado on top. I love avocado and it is so good for you. All right, and the 1/2 cup of quinoa cooked. Already cooked. Now you cook quinoa just like you cook rice. 1 cup quinoa, 2 cups of water. A 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. We have a 1/2 cup of pomegranate arils. Look at, so not only is this a delicious salad, it's very colorful. And you know me, I like everything that has color. So, and then we're gonna put this 1/4 cup of goat cheese. I like goat cheese. It's creamy, it adds a great texture to the salad. This salad is full of texture. Look at that. And then we add the dressing. And we mix. And we mix. So we have different textures in here. We have different flavors. We have a little tart. We have a little sweet. We have some soft creamy cheese. We have some crunchy nuts, and we have some crunchy pomegranate. Look at this. Just want to make sure you mix it all around so you can get dressing on everything. And that is our kale salad. Very healthy. You can have just this as your meal. You can have as a side some shrimp or some grilled chicken. You can add other protein sources, and you can also have some fruit on the side. So that's our salad today. And once I get this cleaned up, then I'm going to start showing you push-ups and 20 different ways that you can progress through push-ups. So I encourage my clients to do 20 push-ups a day, especially my active agers, because that's going to help them get the upper body support they need in case they fall and they're on the ground and they need to be able to push themselves up. I mean, it's not something you want to think about, but it is something you want to be prepared for. And it's important to have that upper body strength. Now, push-ups, you don't need any equipment. And I'm going to show you different ways that you can do push-ups around the house. I will show you with some equipment, but you don't have to have equipment. It's just your body. And it's easy to progress through push-ups to make it more challenging as you get stronger. Now, what are the benefits of doing push-ups every day? Well, push-ups increase your muscle mass, which increases joint support. So the more muscle you have around the joints, it's more supportive for that joint. It increases your muscle tone. It increases your strength. It also improves cardiovascular health because as you're doing your push-ups, your heart is pumping. You don't have to be running around. Push-ups can get your heart pumping. There's also so many variations on the push-ups, and if you do them in different ways, you work by changing your hand positions, you work different muscles differently, and maybe it focuses more on a chest muscle or a tricep muscle. So the different variations are really good. And it works the whole body. It works your core, your abs, your back, your legs, your feet, all of them. If you're doing a full push-up, it works the whole body. Also, it's okay to do a modified push-up. A full push-up from your toes is a lot of strain on your back. And so I actually have some back issues, so I probably won't show you a full push-up. I'll show you positions, but I probably won't do the full push-up. I'll do a modified version. And it's modified, not a girly. It's not a girl push-up. It's called a modified push-up. And nobody should be embarrassed by doing a modified push-up if they have an issue with their back or something, because at least they're doing it. The slower you do the push-up, the better. You do more, you work your muscles more, and you gain more strength by going slower. The faster you go, some people push themselves up. That could give you an injury, and we don't want that. I mean, especially my active agers. It's more prone to injury when you go fast with your push-ups. So I'm going to show you 20 different ways to progress your push-up, but there's way more than 20 ways to do a push-up. I'm sure there's more than 50 ways to do a push-up. Just like that song, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, 50 ways to do a push-up. So I'm going to demonstrate some. I'm going to show you a few slides with some of equipment that I don't have here today. But in any case, we're going to do 20 different variations of a push-up that progresses you along as you get stronger into the next level. And we're going to start with push-ups against the wall. Well, I don't really have a wall in here, so I'm going to do push-ups against the refrigerator. So you want to put your hands on the fridge. Sorry if I'm going to make some finger marks. You want to be at least far enough away that you have an angle. And the important part is to keep your body straight. Don't break at the hip. Take your butt with you. You go on vacation, you take your butt with you. In a push-up, you take your butt with you. So come straight in and push out. Straight in and push out. 20 push-ups a day. Start with 20 push-ups on the wall or fridge, and then we're going to take it to the countertop, because as you go lower down, it becomes more challenging. You want to do those push-ups against the wall for about 2 weeks. Get enough strength, 2, maybe 3 weeks, and when you feel that you have enough strength, then take it down another level, and we're going to start with the countertop. So again, feet are a little further apart. Take your butt with you. Come on down and push it up. Come on down and push it up. You can tell that it's a little bit more challenging because as you go further down, the more challenging it gets. Now we're going to progress the push-up into using the chair. So we went to the counter. Now we feel good at the counter. Now it's time to move a little lower towards the ground. And we're going to do it at the top of a chair, or the back of the chair. So you do your push-up. Again, take your butt with you. You want to make sure your body doesn't break. So push-ups at the top of the chair. Then you progress to push-ups in the seat of the chair. Again, keep your body straight, and push-ups on the seat of the chair. All right, now we're going to go down to the floor. And some people have problems with their hands and their wrists. And I actually have arthritis in my hands, so it's much better. I'm just going to let this ball go down here for now. You can use handles. And these handles are a great way of reducing the pressure on your hands and wrists when you're doing push-ups. So I'm going to put these here. And I'm going to do a modified push-up, which means that I'm coming from my knees. But just because I'm coming from my knees doesn't mean I'm going to push my butt back. Again, that butt needs to come with us, just like it goes on vacation with you. All right, so a modified push-up, bring it down and up. And this is so much easier on your wrists and hands. You can use these handles on the floor, on the wall as well. I have some of my active agers with severe arthritis in their hands, and they use them on the wall. Now, you can progress by doing one-legged push-ups like this, or 1 foot down and 1 knee down. That takes it a little bit more of a challenge. That's how you can progress that. Now, let's deal with the balance ball. I love the balance ball. You just move this off to the side for now, because we'll come back to that. The balance ball is so fun. So we are going to do this, and it gives you a little bit of a decline. So you start on your knees, and you have to roll out. So you get on there, and you roll out. You start with the ball. You can start with it at your hips. Your hips is the center of gravity. You can do push-ups here. Or you can roll out a little more to your thighs and do push-ups here. Or you can go all the way out to your toes, which I'm not going to do a push-up on my toes today because that will hurt my back. So I'm just doing the modified versions. But that's a much more advanced one. But using the ball is a lot of fun. All right, let's keep going because we have several more to show. The other thing is you can do a push-up with your hands on the ball. And these are definitely challenging because, let me add one leg. Push-up on the ball, it adds the whole ab component. And again, I wasn't going to do it because of my back. And that's a pretty advanced one. So don't feel like you have to do that one. But we have some more. So let's see, that was 9 push-ups I've showed you already, 9 different types. So now we're going to go on the floor, and the different grips make a difference. So again, I'm going to do all modified versions. The wide grip is where it is underneath your shoulders. Your hands are under your shoulders. And this grip, when you do that push-up, works more of the outer chest. But when you take your grip in, kind of make a little triangle, and you do your push-up, it focuses more on your triceps, which is the back of your arms. So the way you have your hands is going to adjust it and make it more challenging as well. You can also do a push-up with your hands on the med ball. And again, so that is a smaller grip. So it's going to focus on the tricep, and make sure you keep your back straight and your butt in line. So this balance disc. So we can do from our knees on the balance disc, and that adds instability, which forces your core and your abs to engage. Again, cross your feet, keep your butt in line, and do your push-ups. So you do it from your knees, you do it from your feet. You can do it with your hands on the disc, which gives you a narrow grip, either in a modified version or the full version. If you have these tools or these pieces of equipment, that's great. You don't have to. I mean, you can still find different ways of making it more challenging. You can just do a single leg push-up. Lift one up and bring it down, and then alternate legs. Something that I don't have here, the Trx push-up in the standing position. That's a great push-up to do. And then you want a more challenging one, you take it down to the floor. And this Trx push-up on the floor has your feet in the straps, and you're doing the work with your arms. So here's my helpful Holly hint on that. Make sure you tighten your core and squeeze your thighs together, and that will keep you from swinging when you're doing that Trx push-up from the floor. Now you can do with kettlebells by holding your hands on the kettlebells. This is a much more challenging version. This is our 20th push-up with kettlebells. And you can also take it a little step further and do a push-up and then pull that kettlebell back to a row. Push-up, pull the other one back into a row, and add a little more component or a little more challenging component. So that is our 20 ways to progress your push-up. I asked you to do 20 push-ups a day. Start with wall push-ups, progress along the way. If you have any of these pieces of equipment, try them because it really adds a little fun factor. But the important part is do those 20 push-ups a day for strength and tone, for joint support, and you'll feel great. So I'd like to thank you for joining me today on Get Healthy with Holly, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Get Healthy with Holly.